Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. My name is Virja Lalana. I'm seeing people that I've seen before. Is there anyone here who is joining Tuesday Sangha for the first time? Please raise your hand. You've been here before, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Is there anyone here who haven't read Bhagavad Gita before? Please raise your hand. Amazing. All right. Okay. So since you've been here and it's not your it's not your first time at Tuesday Sangha, I will still introduce myself. My name is Raja Lalana, and every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. we have Tuesday Sangha where we chant Maha Mantra together and go deep into this transcendental vibration, as well as read Bhagavad Gita as it is with translation and commentary His Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And it's a great opportunity for us, Hare Krishna, thank you for coming, to understand Bhagavad Gita not only on the level of the mind, but also see how we can apply it in our daily life, which is very important. Because knowledge becomes knowledge when you practice it. Without practice, it's not knowledge. And since deep faith comes from experience, so experiencing Bhagavad Gita, feeling how it works and how it helps in our daily life is vital for us to develop Krishna consciousness, because consciousness is based on knowledge and it is supported by intelligence. Intelligence is Krishna consciousness, right? I mean, Krishna conscious intelligence is has the basis, the knowledge about the Lord, the knowledge about the soul, about our spiritual nature, and how we should live our life in connection with our true selves, not with false ego, right? To be happy, because our soul is eternal, blissful, and eternally happy. So this is our goal. And by this, as Bhagavad Gita and Krishna teaches us, we will achieve happiness, knowledge, and the most important thing, we're going to go back to Godhead. This is the goal of life and the perfection of life. So we begin our Tuesday Sangha with Maha Mantra meditation. And this is the usual question that I'm asking everyone. And you may ask why? Because individual souls are forgetful. And we need to remind ourselves why we're chanting Maha Mantra. Why am I doing what I'm doing? You know, when you're driving, you become a good driver. People say we stop paying attention to what is going on, right? This shouldn't happen with Maha Mantra. So therefore, every time when we chant Maha Mantra, we should ask ourselves, why are we doing what we are doing, right? Why are we chanting Maha Mantra? So who can tell me, why are we chanting Maha Mantra? Anyone? To do what? A moment. To nullify our karmas? Yes? Yes. So to purify ourselves, right? Okay, perfect. Yes? Who else would like to add to it? So why are we chanting Maha Mantra? Why is it important for us? To connect deeply with God, because Maha Mantra is not different from the Lord Himself. It is a sound incarnation. So by chanting Maha Mantra, we reconnect with Him, right? Where does Lord reside? Well, how does He accompany us? In which form? As a Paramatma, as a super soul, which sits inside next to our individual soul, and He's accompanying us. We're never alone. We're always with Him. So in order to be in connection with Him, right, and in chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, so the yogi is one who meditates on me in his heart as a super soul, right, and who sees himself through the pure mind. So this pure mind is actually achieved through the Maha Mantra meditation. When that meditation is done with great attention, focus, and open heart. So this is the process of mind purification, because through the pure mind, we can understand ourselves, we can reconnect with ourselves, we can reconnect with the Lord Himself, we can understand who we are, and first of all, we're spirit souls, and we're eternal, we never die, we were never born. So therefore, when we get this understanding not only here, but also in our heart, we will lose any kind of fear, because the highest fear is the fear of what? Death, right? When we lose something, it's a small dying. But when we lose everything, it's a complete dying of what? Of the body, but not of the soul. So therefore, once we realize that we are spirit souls, we will lose any kind of fear. We will get rid of it, and that will be the huge purification for us. Because of the fear, we get attached to things. Because of the fear, we become angry again, because we get frustrated, right? So fear is a big enemy, same as greed, same as anger. So all of this get purified by chanting with attention, with love and devotion. So the motivation is very important, not just, mechanically doing it. It doesn't work. Krishna accepts only love. He doesn't accept any mechanical functions. Yes. So therefore, and at our last sessions, we were talking about samskaras. So samskaras are imprints in our subconscious, and our subconscious is represented by the mind. Therefore, when we do something with an emotion, we create samskara. Do we need material samskaras? No, we don't, right? Because samskaras have a power to dictate later on how to act and what to feel. They become programs in the subconscious. We don't need material programs in our subconscious to dictate us again, get this body, act the same way, get greedy, get angry. We don't need those samskaras, right? What do we need? We need spiritual samskaras. So samskara is created through an emotion. Therefore, when we do spiritual activity, right, like devotional service, we need to do it with emotion. In other words, with our heart. Okay, so just feel it. I would like to feel it. I would like to achieve that level of love. And Krishna will respond from deep of our heart. Okay? So, and who can remind us the meaning of the Maha Mantra? What does it mean? Dear Lord, please engage me in your devotional service. Why is it important for us to be engaged in his devotional service? Exactly, yes. And the second reason? And the third reason? It is our constitutional position, because we are actually souls. We have this body as a cloth. It's not our nature. Our nature is a soul, and soul is naturally engaged in the service of the Lord. There is no other business for the soul. No other business. If you want to be yourself, you need to be engaged in devotional service. So because we forgot who we are, and we don't think I'm the soul, I'm this body, and I have to do this and this and this and this, and I don't have time for spiritual activities, right? It means we just forgot about it. That's why we pray to the Lord, please engage me. Because that engagement will do what? It will purify, it will remind us, and if Lord likes our service, he will spiritualize our consciousness. So we will get spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness right away. That's it. Okay? And therefore, through the prayer, we can achieve that perfection. So with this in mind, let me meditate on this important message from our heart to the Super Soul and to the Lord himself. And before we begin, let's give obeisances to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who gave us the Maha Mantra by repeating the prayer to him, and we can do it together. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Perfect, thank you. If you have japa beads, you can take them. We normally chant the japa in the back, right? Do you know why? Does everyone know why we chant it in the back? Because if we don't chant it in the back, right, the result go to Rakshasas. It's spoken in Srimad Bhagavatam, so therefore we keep it in the back. But when we're in a holy place like the temple or holy tham, we can take it out, okay? Therefore, but still, it is still recommended to keep it in the back. So today, for the demonstration, again, I'm doing it at the class only. It's not an example how to do it, okay? I will do it in my hand, and I will hold the japa beads like this so that you can see that we are going one by one, okay, to finish the whole round. Next time, you can bring your japa beads with you. And why it is again important, because every time when you go from beat to beat, by the touch, you give a message to your brain. okay? And in the brain, you create a neurological connection. So it's not only the, you know, the thing that, I mean, the activity that we are engaging ourselves, but we are also creating a neurological path so that our organ in the form of the brain, right, dictates to us, go and chant. So as soon as you touch japa beats, your brain starts chanting. So this is what we're doing here, okay? This is, it's a helpful tool to keep attention and to control our senses, because our hands are our senses too, and they're connected with our speech and brain function. Therefore, you know, in medicine, they're developing hands so that the speech actually works better. So let's begin our chanting. We're going to chant loud so that your neighbor can hear you. Please keep your body straight. It will help you to control your attention through the body posture and focus on the sound. Open your heart to the prayer and ask the Lord to engage you in His devotional service. Let's begin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mahamantra ki jai. Thank you so much. How are you feeling after a round of Mahamantra meditation? Good? Renewed? Yes? Okay. So let's give our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. By his mercy, we're getting together here and going to read Bhagavad Gita as it is. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. And let's give obeisances to Bhagavad Gita, the absolute truth, by repeating the mantra 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, so we continue reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 6. And in chapter 6, we are learning the yoga process explained by the Lord to Arjuna. And at our previous sessions, Tuesday Sanghas, Circle of Influence, we've learned how to balance, how to keep our body, how to keep actually our mind in a good shape through the body. Who remembers? What should we do? How does our body help to keep the mind in balance? Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's always good, yes. No multitasking, yes. So the mind likes, it gets purified by what? By concentration. So the better we concentrate the mind, the more sattvic it becomes, because the nature of the mind is sattva. Sattva means goodness. Okay, so the mind is satisfied, it becomes our friend when we concentrate it. And when we concentrate it on the Supreme, it gets purified. So the concentration is the very important thing. What else? No expectations. And can you elaborate on this? How does it help us to have no expectations? Yes. Why don't we want any negative emotions? That's right. Yes. So negative emotions create negative samskaras, and those samskaras repeat themselves. They dictate. They dictate the same thing. They become programs in our subconscious, and therefore they make us react in the same way again and again. So we don't want, right? We don't want. And a good way not to create those samskaras, not to expect anyone to act the way we want them to act, right? But how should we use that power of expectation? So how do we do that? By connecting. How do we connect? What do we do? So with the power of the Mahamantra, we purify our mind, right? And our senses. So senses become what? Satisfied. And they get disconnected. They no longer want to enjoy the sense objects, right? They are enjoying this transcendental vibration. They become satisfied through their purity. And the pure mind, what does it do? The pure mind has the potency to control the senses. Okay, not to serve the senses, but to control the senses. Yes, that's correct. And going back to the expectations, how do we use the power of expectation? It equals to what? Controlling the senses, right? We're not controlling anybody's senses. We're controlling our own senses. Therefore, we expect from ourselves, right? But we need to be also balanced there. We shouldn't go into the perfectionism, right? Because it's going to be material again. Because we're going to get attached again to the results. We don't want this. Because results belong to who? Chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita. The results belong to the Lord, right? So we are not possessing, we are not developing these false possessions. We know that all of the results belong to Him. We're not perfectionists. What are we doing by controlling the senses? What are we doing? So the goal is to do what? To purify ourselves, to become better servants of the Lord, not the ones who possess the property of the Lord, right? But who serves by, like if the Lord is giving us something and our service, right? So we serve through our body, through our talents, through our knowledge, through our speech, through our behavior, through everything that we have. So that's the control, right? And who is the true yogi? In chapter 6, Krishna says, the one who does what? Yeah, true yogi. The one who is connected with the Supreme, right? And the one, like in order to become a good yogi, what do we need to do? Simple things. A few simple things that we need to do. It's already a result. So what do we need to do? We need to take care of our body. Don't sleep too much, right? And don't go, don't create the situation when you lack sleep. So sleep enough, okay? Don't overeat, but eat enough, right? In Krishna consciousness, what do we eat? What is, yes, sattvic? Sattvic, is it sattvic in Krishna consciousness? It is higher than sattvic. What do we eat? Prasadam, exactly. What is prasadam? Exactly. Yeah, the food offered to the Lord. Why do we eat the food offered to the Lord? There are no sins, because if we eat food which is not offered to the Lord, we are eating only sins. Okay? So, by eating sanctified food which is offered to the Lord, prasadam is not different from the Lord. It's the same, right? So our mind becomes purified. Through our senses, we satisfy basically our senses through Krishna. Our senses belong to the Lord. They are not separate. They are not our senses. If we separate our senses from the Lord, we are trying to enjoy our senses separate from Him. What happens? We cannot satisfy actually them. It's false satisfaction. Can you satisfy your senses? No, they are never satisfied without the Lord. They are only satisfied when they are connected to the Lord. Therefore, when we eat Krishna prasadam, right, we satisfy our senses. The Lord is satisfied, our senses are automatically satisfied. Okay? The Lord is satisfied, our mind is automatically satisfied. So it's all devotional service, eating prasadam, chanting Mahamantra with attention and love, coming to the temple, doing services at the temple, engaging everything you have in the service of the Lord. It's all devotional service, giving obeisances to the deities, to the devotees of the Lord, praying. So all of this, reading the Shastras, giving Bhagavad Gita as a gift, all of this is very, very purifying. Okay, and Krishna becomes happy with us. Once Krishna is happy with us, we are happy. Okay, all right, so we will continue chapter 6, it's text number 33. So the way we're going to read, I will read Sanskrit translation and then paragraph after paragraph. And if you have any questions, you can ask them. Or if you have any insights, you are welcome to share them. Okay, so you have, soft copy. So soft copy and hard copy have different pages. Hard copy 286. Soft copy 269. 269. All right. Okay. Arjuna Vacha. Did everyone find? Yes? Okay. Arjuna Vacha Yomam Yogastya Tvaya Prokta Samyena Madhusudanam Etasyaham Napashyami Chanchalatvat Sthitim Sthiram. Translation. Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. So Arjuna is addressing the difficulty of performing the yoga practice, which is described in chapter 6. because in our world, right, we don't have this capacity to do it mechanically like the way it is described in chapter 6. And plus, Arjuna is giving a very good this explanation and description of the mind. The mind is restless and unsteady. Remember the verse where it says, when the mind is controlled, it becomes our friend. An uncontrolled mind is our enemy. So the restless and unsteady mind is an enemy. Okay? How does the enemy, the mind which is an enemy, how does it behave? What does it do? It distracts, it doesn't control the senses, it serves them, right? Yeah, what else? It's what? It may go, if it's in the mode of ignorance, right? It may go and against dharma, against fulfilling our responsibilities, right? Yes. So it is dissatisfied, it's unhappy, and it's very hard to control what it's an enemy. And why the mind becomes our enemy? It's not connected. And why it's not connected? It's impure. It's impure because it is attached to the material things, right? So it is impure. So once the mind is pure, it's automatically attached to the Lord. So that's the thing. So the pure mind, on the opposite, is what? Happy, devoted, satisfied, stable, concentrated. If you want to chant japa, he will do it nicely and happily. It acts like your friend. It won't say, let's read one page less today. It won't say, let's watch a movie, then you're going to chant, right? So this is the mind. So what we're doing here by purifying by this devotional service, right, by reading Bhagavad Gita, chanting Mahamantra, we're purifying our mind and we're making our mind our friend. Yes. What else are we doing by reading? What else are we doing? We're making our intelligence stronger. Because above the mind is what? Who controls the mind? What controls, actually, not who. What controls the mind? The intelligence. Yeah, so when the intelligence is weak because it doesn't have knowledge, right? And the mind is not pure, our senses get over us. They control us. So what we're doing now, we're making our intelligence strong, we're purifying our mind, and thus we are on the path of self-realization to become Krishna conscious. Okay. Purport. The system of mysticism described by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, beginning with the words Suchandeshe and ending with Yogi Paramaha, is here being rejected by Arjuna out of a feeling of inability. It's not possible for an ordinary man to leave home and go to a secluded place in the mountains, jungles, to practice yoga in the age of Kali. The present age is characterized by a bitter struggle for a little of short duration. People are not serious about self-realization, even by simple practical means, and what to speak of this difficult yoga system which regulates the mode of living, the manner of sitting, selection of place, and detachment of the mind from material engagements. In other words, this practice in this age is not practical. We cannot fulfill it to the best of our ability. As a practical man, Arjuna thought it was impossible to follow the system of yoga, even though he was favorably endowed in many ways. He belonged to the royal family and was highly elevated in terms of numerous qualities. He was a great warrior. He had great longevity, and above all, he was the most intimate friend of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 5,000 years ago, Arjuna had much better facilities than we do now, yet he refused to accept the system of yoga. In fact, we don't find any record in history of this practicing it at any time. Therefore, the system must be considered generally impossible in this age of Kali. Of course, it may be possible for some very few rare men, but for the people in general, it is impossible proposal. If this were so 5,000 years ago, then what of the present day? Those who are imitating this yoga system in different so-called schools and societies, all the complacent, are certainly wasting their time. They are completely in ignorance of the desired goal. So therefore this verse explains, so we shouldn't be focusing on this yoga system, right? The bhakti yoga, which recommends devotional service, is the highest of all, and we will get to this. Okay, but that yoga system isn't practical for us. All right. Okay, so let's start from here, and then we will go in a circle. So we need to remember, right, the power of a mind. It's restless, it's turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. So we need to make sure that, again, we make him our friend. Mhm. Mhm. So this is a very great analogy, and you can find a picture in Bhagavad Gita, where the chariot, right, is driven by the horses, and the horses are blind, and those horses represent the senses which are not connected with the Lord. So each horse represents a sense, right? So we have eyes, we have nose, ears, and they go into the different directions. And what happens with the mind? It becomes extremely disturbed. So this is what happens when our mind and our senses are not engaged in the service of the Lord. They become disturbed, they go into different directions, and if you can see on that picture, the individual himself, right, the self, it's completely blind. So what we're doing now, right, we're opening this true vision. We're doing our best to see our true self through the pure mind and satisfied senses, because we know that our logic is not actually, doesn't give us the right information through the impure mind and impure senses. So if the mind is unhappy, how do we explain it to ourselves? Intelligence, it explains things. The mind say, I want, I don't want, I like, I don't like. So mind accepts only those things that are pleasant. It rejects things that are not pleasant, right? So mind would like to be happy. This is the only thing that the mind wants to do, okay? Now the intelligence explains it, and the logic comes from the intelligence. So how does the intelligence explain when we are, for example, not feeling happy? What does it say to us? Exactly, yeah, so intelligence might be just weak, right? So that intelligence becomes distorted by the feelings. Basically, for example, if, let's say, someone is not successful at work and they're not happy, so what does the intelligence say? You're not good enough, it may say, right? Which is not true, which is not about it actually, right? If you exercise, maybe if you take the proper training, it's not about you, it's about some abilities, it's about something else. Or you don't deserve to be respected, the intelligence may say, right? So the intelligence, which is weak, it gives false information. Therefore, it's very, very important to have the intelligence strong, right, and the mind pure, because otherwise that connection is, I wouldn't say like blocking, but it gives us false self-perception, and that's the false ego. Yeah, because we perceive things not as they are, but as we feel. For example, we are thinking, oh, this world is this, these people are that, this life is this, which is not true. This is the perception of impure mind and impure senses, and the intelligence, the way it reads, because intelligence takes the information from the subconscious, reads it, and then passes it back. So we are communicating internally within our brain. That's what happens, okay? So here, this analogy is very good analogy just to remember, right? That the individual is the passenger and our body is a car, right? Which means it is an instrument. It's not that we are our body. It is an instrument which is given to us to fulfill the goal. So we need to take care of this body. And the intelligence is the driver, not the mind. Our intelligence is the driver. So it's very important to have that driver strong enough so it knows where to go. What does the GPS say, right? If we don't use the right direction, we are not reaching the goal. Yes, and also the self, the soul itself, is the enjoyer sufferer in the association of the mind. So if we want to be happy, we need a good association, right? So we are looking for good people. We are looking for good relationships. That relationship actually is happening within ourselves, first of all. We need to be good with our mind and with our senses. If we are happy internally, what happens externally? Same thing. It's a reflection, okay? It's same thing. So that analogy is very good to remember. Okay, let's read further. And probably you know when the emotions, especially negative emotions, right, become very strong, they don't want to hear any logic. They don't want to hear what you are saying, right? You may say, no, let's wait until tomorrow. Let's see. Just, be patient. No, type this message quickly, right? Send it. This is what it does, right? So it's very hard if the mind is not pure, and it's because of its impurity it becomes so overwhelming and the intelligence cannot control it because it doesn't listen to it. Intelligence is compared to a parent and the mind is compared to a child. So a parent has to be very intelligent to teach the child, to engage the child in the proper activities so that the child is growing, developing, and at the same time happy. Because an unhappy child will not learn anything. Will just block everything and they won't listen. Yeah, this is the intelligence. We need to train it. Okay, so following this advice, what should we do if the mind becomes turbulent? If the mind is not listening, if the mind is getting overwhelmed and doesn't let us sleep and doesn't let us eat or, think clearly. So what should we do? Chant Hare Krishna, yes, and on the other side, so chanting purifies the mind. And then what else should we do? Two things, right? We need to make intelligence strong, read. We need to read. So intelligence becomes strong from the knowledge. Spiritual knowledge strengthens the intelligence. And mind gets purified through chanting of Mahamantra. So we need to do this both. Even if when your mind is turbulent, even if you read 2 pages of Bhagavad Gita, for example, you don't have time, you chant 1 round of Mahamantra, and you read 1 page of Bhagavad Gita, and you can do a scale from 0 to 10, before and after. So before the turbulence would be, for example, 8, and after it might be 5 or 4. So, and then you can, you can keep yourself in balance and in harmony and go on with your own things. So you can practice this analysis. Okay, so next, let's go with you, and then we'll go like that, okay? Who is going to read? 35. Cha. Grihyate. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, you can see how to read Sanskrit. So they explain there how those letters are combined. Translation. No, translation. Lord Krishna said.
Lord Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible for suitable practice and by detachment.
Yes, so the suitable practice and detachment. So these are the 2 things, right, that the Lord is saying. So it is possible to get the mind, make the mind our friend, to purify the mind by the practice. It doesn't come purified by the will, by the desire, because we want, because we are on a diet. No, it's not the process. So the process, we need to follow the process recommended by the Lord. And let's read about it.
The difficulty of controlling the obstinate mind, as expressed by the Arjuna, is accepted by the personality of Godhead. But at the same time, he suggests that by practice and detachment it is possible. What is that practice? In the present age, no one can observe the strict rules and regulations of placing oneself in a sacred place, focusing the mind on the super soul, restraining the senses and mind, observing celibacy, remaining alone, etc. By the practice of Krishna consciousness, however, one engaged in the 9 types of devotional services to the Lord.
Who knows those 9 types of devotional services? I specifically brought the book to show you. So, Nectar of Instruction. Very much recommend to everyone. It's a daily guide on how to deal with people, perform devotional service, communicate, make choices in life. Small book, but I don't remember how many times I read it. So, page number 20, I believe, 8. Okay, 28. The 9 processes of devotional service are as follows. Hearing the name and glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, what we are engaging ourselves, right? And how do we hear? How do we do this? How do we engage ourselves in this number 1 process? Hearing the name and the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What do we do in order to engage ourselves in this process? Process number 1. Hare Krishna, yes? Or we chant Mahamantra. So when we hear the name and the glories of the Supreme, we chant the Mahamantra, right? That's the chanting. And also singing kirtan right? Glorification of the holy name. And when we read about the Lord, it's also glorification. Second thing, chanting his glories. How can we chant his glories? So Bhagavad Gita is full of his glories. Srimad Bhagavatam is full. So Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord. And the knowledge of the Absolute, right? From chapter 7, Krishna will start explaining himself. I'm this, I'm that, and etc. Right? How to serve me, everything else. And also, Srimad Bhagavatam is about the Lord and his devotees. And about like the universe and all of the life processes, cosmology, psychology, I don't know what else we have, astrology, Ayurveda, everything is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Everything is there about the deities, about the devotees, about the processes of worship. So Srimad Bhagavatam is very important to understand the Lord and his pastimes. And also there is a book called Krishna book. Who knows this book? Does everyone know, right? So it's all about the Lord from his childhood until the age like when he's adult, I would say, right? I mean, grown up. So chanting his glories means reading those books, right? And telling the stories to other people. Next service, number 3, remembering the Lord. What do we do to remember the Lord? How do we remember him? Yes, so show gratitude, right? Whatever we do, we offer for him. We're thinking, does he like it if I do it like this? Is he satisfied or no? What does he say in Bhagavad Gita in order? How should I do this, actually, right? So this is remembering the Lord. And how else do we remember the Lord? What else do we do? Praying, yes. Chanting, yes, we remember. Reading, now we read, we remember him. Yeah, okay. And talking about him. Serving the Lord's feet. Number 4, how do we do this? Cooking, cleaning, yeah. Obeying, giving obeisances, right? Yeah, bringing flowers, offering food, flowers, water, right? What else? Like, give service in the temple, right? Giving obeisances to the elevated devotees, sannyasis, serving your guru, right? Or Srila Prabhupada is everyone's guru. What else? Reading Srila Prabhupada's books and about Krishna, about the Lord. Yeah, so this is all service to the Lord, those feet of the Lord. And serving the Vaishnavas, the most important thing. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna says, the one who serves my Vaishnavas is very dear to me, and same he says in chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. Number 5, worshiping the deity. What do we do in this case? So if we don't have a deity at home, right, but we have a picture, we offer food, we offer obeisances, we pray, we read Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita in front of the deity, right? So the deity is actually present. The Lord is with us everywhere. So he's there, he's listening, he's enjoying it. And if we have a deity, what do? We bath the deity, we offer flowers, we offer prasadam, we sing, we dance in front of the deity, we celebrate holidays, we cook for the deity, right? We pray. So there are so many things that we do for the deity, and when we come to the temple, we can bring fruits, we can bring flowers, we can cook, we can clean, we can use it all as an offering for the deity, like worshiping the deity. Offering obeisances, number 6, unto the Lord. So when we come, we offer our obeisances, okay? And then we can also do it in our mind. Acting as the Lord's servant, this is very important. Number 7, how can we act as the Lord's servant? How? Obey his principle, do what he says, right? Yes, exactly. So servant is the one who obeys the orders of his master. Yes, so we do what he likes, we do what he says. Exactly. What else do we do? Surrender, yes. So what does it mean to surrender? Yeah, so for example, we did something very nicely and we were not appreciated for this. How do we surrender? Huh? Exactly. Yeah, this is the surrender. Yes, no expectations. This is the surrender. I'm doing my best. I don't know what's going to come for it. Maybe nothing, maybe so much. I surrender. Yeah, whatever Lord desires for me. But my job is to do my duty well, to do my service with full attention, with full focus. So yeah, surrender. Everything that happens is for my goodness, we say. Yeah, because Lord takes care of me. Yeah, if this is the surrender. If we say, oh, life is not so good, I'm so unhappy. I mean, we can feel unhappy, of course, if there is pain or something else, right? But still, when we believe that Lord takes care of us, and there is a message behind, right, and we are learning from it, and even if it's very difficult, still, it helps us with this thinking to overcome, right, and to become better, to become a better servant, to overcome our false ego that I'm the controller, everything depends on me. So this is the surrender. Okay, making friends with the Lord, number 8. How do we make friends with the Lord? Exactly, yes. It's very, very helpful. Yes, because devotees of the Lord are very dear to Him, right? So when we're serving His devotees, yes, so He's very happy. So making friends means we're also a well-wisher. So who is a friend? Is a well-wisher who thinks only good about the Lord, who glorifies Him, who loves Him, right? Who shares, like open your heart to Him. Like we share things with our friends. We open our heart to our friends. We invite our friends, right, with us. So we are never... we don't exclude the Lord from our activities. We invite Him everywhere. Okay, we're eating, we're sleeping, everything, because we're using His body, we're using His energy, right? He's our best friend. Everything we have is His, and He gives it to us. How can we treat Him different? I don't know. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes? So wonderful. You're very glad? Perfect. Very nice to hear it. Okay, and number 9, surrendering oneself fully to the Lord, and we describe this. So I belong to you. Everything what happens to me, it's your will, right? But if it's my bad karma, because we create karma, the Lord doesn't create any karma for us. We create our own karma. Therefore, we need to take steps in order to fix it. We shouldn't say, it's because of the Lord. I just kept my door open and that's why somebody came in and, damaged my stuff or something like this, right? No, no, no. We need to learn to be attentive. We need to be responsible, basically, right? Because our karma is our responsibility. It's not his responsibility, okay? But we need to, at the same time, remember that he wishes the best for us, and therefore, if we obey his order, only good things will happen to us. Even if they seem at the beginning difficult, who experienced that? The things seem to be difficult, but then at the end you would be grateful, right? To the Lord, you would say, thank you, thank you. Yeah, when I ask people, would you like to go back and repeat it all over again? They say, no, but I'm so thankful. Usually it's like this, right? Yeah, so these are the 9 principles of devotional service, the 9 ways to serve the Lord, and that's the book. I recommend for you to have it. Okay, let's continue.
The first and foremost of such devotional engagements is hearing about Krishna. This is a very powerful transcendental method for purging the mind of all misgivings. The more one hears about Krishna, the more one becomes enlightened and detached from everything that draws the mind away from Krishna. By detaching the mind from activities not devoted to the Lord, one can very easily learn Vairagya. Vairagya means detachment from matter and engagement of the mind in spirit.
So what is the detachment? How do we detach the mind? Can we do it by our willpower, or what do we do to detach the mind? Exactly, and how do we do this? It's just, you just read. Yes, Vairagya, so how do we do this? The more one hears, right, about the Lord. So hearing is very important. Why hearing is important? It's connected with what? Exactly. So hearing is very powerful because it's connected with intelligence, actually. So intelligence controls the mind. Intelligence becomes strong when it hears about the Lord and becomes weak when it hears something else. Yes. So when we hear, like music from the car or like something else, or some news which have no sense, right? Our intelligence doesn't become strong. It becomes really weak. First of all, from the vibration, and secondly, from the information which doesn't serve us at all. So therefore, intelligence it becomes strong by hearing. So hearing about Krishna detaches us. It's very easy, right? If you are feeling that you are becoming very conditioned, emotionally attached, or anyhow like mentally attached, just get the book, read aloud, chant aloud, so easy, right? And you will feel different right away. Yeah, okay, let's continue.
Vairagya means detachment from matter and engagement of the mind in the spirit. Impersonal spiritual detachment is more difficult than attaching the mind to the activities of Krishna.
Why is it more difficult? Why do you think? Maya is very strong. Yeah, she's a servant of the Lord. Yes, and material energy is very strong. We cannot overcome material energy. It's the energy of the Lord. We are small. She's big. So yeah, we cannot just do this by impersonal spiritual detachment. Personal means that, like, not artificially, but not seeing Krishna as a person, as if it's something else. It's like impersonalists explain it. It's void or it's light. There is no personality. There are no feelings. There are no senses. It's not like this. So we cannot act. We cannot detach our mind through the means of impersonal spiritual activities. So mind needs to feel pleasure. Okay? It cannot be pleased by seeing nothing, feeling nothing, and tasting nothing. No, it cannot. Therefore, this is artificial for the mind, and the mind will be distracted. Yeah, we need to engage it into the devotional service. Okay.
This is practical because by hearing about Krishna, one becomes automatically attached to the Supreme Spirit. This attachment is called Parsanubhuti, spiritual satisfaction. It is just like the feeling of satisfaction a hungry man has for every morsel of the food he eats. The more one eats while hungry, the more one feels satisfaction and strength. Similarly, by discharge of devotional service, one feels transcendental satisfaction as the mind becomes detached from the material objectives.
So through the devotional service, the mind becomes detached. And devotional service is compared here to the food that the hungry person needs to get satisfied. Imagine how powerful devotional service is. Yeah? Okay.
It is something like curing a disease by expert treatment and appropriate diet. Hearing of the transcendental activities of Lord Krishna is therefore expert treatment for the mad mind, and eating the foodstuff offered to Krishna is the appropriate diet for the suffering patient. The treatment is the process of Krishna's consciousness.
Yeah, so Krishna consciousness is the best therapy for us, both spiritual and psychological. Yeah. Okay, 36. So one more verse. Oh, actually, we have 3 people here, right? I thought. Okay. Yeah. Upayataha. Yes. So for those whose mind is unbridled, meaning that everyone has their own condition, right? Some people have like more controlled minds, some less. So In other words, the Lord is explaining to us, sometimes if we feel that devotional service, hearing and chanting is difficult, it means that we need to just work more on our mind, because once the mind becomes purified, it will become easy for us and we will assure success. Yeah. Okay? So how do we use that mental control? What is meant here by mental control? Basically, the beginning of the purport explains to us that if we are engaging in yoga practice and bhakti yoga, self-purification, at the same time engaging even more or not more in other activities like material activities, it won't give us the success. We need to control our mind mentally. How do we do this? Working, yes. How will intelligence help us? Intelligence means knowledge, right? So how does... Yes, so what will intelligence do, for example, in that case, to help us to control the mind mentally? Will give the right direction, right? What else intelligence will help to do? Exactly. Will show us, yes, it will show us. It will create the discomfort if we are doing something wrong, right? Like something is, I don't, automatically. Exactly, automatic suffering. What else? To get the right directions, and also it will, the intelligence is a will of power. It is the determination. So if intelligence is strong, but the mind is weak, the intelligence uses its determination. It says, get up, do it. Mind, no, yes. That's it. And the mind obeys. So that's why. Yeah, that's the mental control. So sometimes, not sometimes, we just need to do that, right? If ourselves, because the intelligence knows and tells us, this is the right path, this is better for you. So just follow it. Yeah, okay. Person. Yeah, so just yoga doesn't allow us to achieve success in Krishna consciousness, but devotional service will allow without any endeavor. Just engage yourself in devotional service, and the result will be given to you by the mercy of the Lord and by your efforts. Okay, so we will end here. Next week we'll continue from text number 37. We have 1 minute for your realizations. If you would like to share what are you taking with you, what you've learned today, and what inspired you from today's session. Okay. You clarified it? Exactly. Exactly. Just don't read it mechanically. Read it word by word and think about it. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else would like to maybe share inspiration, realization? What are you taking with you? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. And calms the body, right? Wonderful. Okay. Nice, amazing. Okay, thank you so much. Can I take a picture actually with you as a group? Do you, yeah? Perfect. Can someone help me? Thank you so much.